Welcome back to Raised by Gen Ice Garage. Today's little episode, gonna see if that cylinder works. Best way to do it, at least for me, is to hook it up and see what happens. I know the last couple of videos were not the best, let's just put it that way. This video should be a lot better than what those were. Let the video commence. Hopefully everybody enjoys. What I'm going to end up doing now is hooking up both hoses, starting said check fluids and tractor, which is engine oil, and maybe gas. Fluid in this should be fine. See if said cylinder works. And I'll be back. Actually, I'll be back for the enjoyment of seeing if that works. Okay, so now that that's hooked up, I don't recommend actually doing this because this is not safe or ideal. I just realized I forgot to tighten those. Now that those are tightened, let's see what happens. Either it'll work, either it'll kill the tractor, or it'll not work. I think that cylinder's slightly bent. I would say so. Doesn't everybody else say so? Let me know down in the comments. So now that I know that, well, it goes out, does it go in? It does. Awesome. And this one works as well too. That is actually great. That's awesome. I like that. I don't recommend doing this. Now we can disengage PTO. So what I'm going to end up doing is taking this other cylinder off that became taco mode. I'm pretty sure this cylinder here has O-ring fittings, but I just put MPT fittings on it. It's fine. For as much pressure as it's gonna, actually apply to pick this thing up, it shouldn't bother it. But I'll find out. If it, blows something, like, blows the bung out of the... Hopefully that's not the case. I'll find out the hard way, I suppose. So I need to get that pin out. Not that hard. Couple Carter keys. Get this bolt out. I'm just going to go get the impact for that. I have some pliers in my pocket. And now, since that cylinder works, I'm not going to unhook the hydraulic lines. So enjoy. I decided against the impact. Oh, that's neat. Oh. So apparently, when there's pressure in the system and you hit that lever, it turns the PTO. Interesting. Did not know that. Guess you learn something every day. And if there's no audio, that just means I was getting frustrated and shut the microphone off. Or the camera's about to die. Either way. Because I got limited battery on that right now. Yeah, there's one. There's the other. Where'd the one go? And there's definitely not oil going on the ground. Sorry, rust preventative. It's going on everything metal. This is going to be a little tricky. Good thing I have my adjustable hammer. That's nice. Messed up the threads. Oh no. Is everybody having a good day? Let me know down in the comments. So far, I am. So far. Hopefully it proceeds to be that way. I wonder who bent this. Definitely wasn't me. Yes, it was. There's a lot of things on this that is homemade. The entire thing's homemade. Wow. Minus the tractor weights and the cylinders and the hoses. And the pump. And the valves. And the filter. And the filter distribution block. The rest of it's homemade. Yeah, I'm not doing that. That is a terrible idea. What my idea was, and it wouldn't even work, but maybe, was to take the said new brand used cylinder and put on the ground between said old cylinder that I'm in the process of taking off, start tractor up again, engage pump, then put said cylinder between bent cylinder and metal pieces of splitter of this, the I-beam and back plate. Turn said pressure valve on, bend said old cylinder back halfway decent straight, then maybe be able to get this bolt out easier, but since it's out, or almost out, I'm not going to do that. Okay, you've seen me get that most of the way out. I'll be back when I'm ready to get the said bottom pin out, which is down there. Okay, now that science has proved itself, this cylinder is too long. I have to move something. I am not sure what. So yeah, there's that. I either move that bracketry down there to somewhere elsewhere, or I just go get a shorter cylinder that I have that's like a third of the length and figure out somewhere else to put said cylinder. So I'll figure that out and I'll be back because this isn't gonna work, obviously. Unless I plan to, like push that farther, which I don't. Yeah, I should have taken a tape measure to them. Anywho, anyway, once I figure it out and have a game plan or my bracketry is changed for another cylinder, I'll be back because this isn't gonna work. It would, just, some stuff are in the wrong places. Okay, so you want to take note of the massive amount of oil that is everywhere. It is the perfect conditions to be torching. So, yeah, watch me and don't do this. I repeat, do not do this because it is extremely not smart. Also, you want to do it at almost dark, so you can make sure and check that if anything is on or going to catch on fire, you know it. There we go. So this cross member doesn't need to be here, hence why I'm cutting it out. And my cutting skills with a torch are not the best. Like that, you move too quickly and, well, you lose your progress. There's that side. No, you don't have to do that, I just do that. Let's see if we catch on fire. Hopefully not, because I don't feel like being caught on fire again. And always remember, with your torches, shut your fuel off first, and then your oxygen. And reverse that for starting it. Fuel on, then oxygen. Okay, since that is cut off, and we didn't catch on fire. That's a plus. Now time to use that metal to make a bracket for that. That might be the right length to go from here, from right there to there, to work for that. Not sure. We'll find out though. So what we determined here with the cylinder here is to make that hole bigger for the correct size pin, of course. Move that bracketry up. Yeah, that at the bottom of the cylinder is hooked up to. And cut this thing off because it likes to snag the hoses going to the big cylinder. So after we get to play with fire for a little bit.
And use eye protecting because you don't want to end up with cataracts. Because those are bad.
That and hearing protection.
Okay. What?
Okay. Hearing protection as well.
What?
That's exactly why.
What?
And that's a prime example of why we use hearing protection.
What?
Yes. Anyway, so after we get this all moved and playing with fire, we'll have an example of when to be back.
Just a little bit on fire. Don't need to worry about it. Just remember, smoke doesn't always mean fire. And fire doesn't always mean smoke. Why are you twitching, sir? Just a little bit on fire. Fine. Is that broke free? I don't want it. Sorry, it melted free. Thanks, but I can't tell.
No.
Where's the...
Maybe you should do better.
Or else I can't really see.
It's operating a torch.
And always remember, torch right next to your hydraulic hoses. Hey, it's broke free.
That's an amazing cut. That's an amazing cut. I think that's the straightest cut ever in history.
Looks good looking this way. Yep.
It's over there?
Yeah, over there. It looks great.
Okay.
Yep.
Because from right here?
From my point of view, it looks great because I can't see it.
Yeah. Well, what? You can't see?
No, because the massive amount of smoke that's coming off of it. That smells funny. Is that fire or just... I think there's a little bit of oil mixed in with that.
You think?
Just a little.
Could it be all the times you unhooked and hooked up the hose and unhooked and for the 353rd time?
Could it have been when the filter exploded?
Well, yeah, the filter looks like it's about ready to explode again. What is wrong with this?
What? Does it?
Yeah, well, look at the wrinkles.
Oh.
And it's all ballooned out.
That looks fine to me.
I bet that filter element is doing its job.
I don't need to because it's full of water anyway.
So why is the filter on?
You know, I don't know.
What are you filtering?
Water.
I don't think that's a water separator.
Sorry. Forbidden milk.
I don't think that's a forbidden milk separator.
Doesn't look like. Doesn't appear to be. No.
But if you take a screwdriver and poke the bottom, it will be. Until you run out of, you know, like forbidden milk oil.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
Milk oil.
So, on that note, I need to play with some more fire.
Okay. So, he's going to have to take this hole right here and make that fit in that hole.
Yeah.
And, you know, we'll have to take that pin out. Anyway. Make that fit in there, and then we can hook the end of this. Sir, it's not even the right.
No.
Sir.
I told you grab the hydraulic pin. Not the
Sir.
PTO pin, or the drawbar pin.
Well, this is the pin that I found, sir. Okay, well, apparently I didn't get the memo on where the pin was. He said it was on that bench over there, and that's where I went. Well, you know.
May take this pin.
There is some days. Well, we'll just leave junk on the floor so I can kill myself on it.
Doings. I need to make this a half-inch hole big enough for this. I don't know what size it is.
Did you measure that hole to find out for sure if that was a half-inch hole?
Well, a half-inch bolt goes in it. That's how I know it's a half-inch bolt.
Okay.
Yep.
Does it even matter, though?
Not at this point, because it's going to be bigger. A lot.
I foresee an issue. So, if you put the hole down here, and the cylinder is going to go along here.
Mm-hmm.
That cylinder will not go past this.
No.
So, are you going to, like, get happy with the torch, or
just relocate the hole?
Well, I don't think you have enough metal right there.
No. There's not.
Well, I mean, maybe if you really don't need to worry about it. So we're using thumb measurements.
There's enough. Barely.
We have tape measures and everything everywhere.
I don't know where those are at. I know exactly where they're at. I'm just not going to go.
Because you put them in the wrong spot.
There's one right there on the welder on the other side of the power stroke engine.
I don't see it.
Power stroke engine's in the way.
I don't see it.
Could say something, but I don't think YouTube would appreciate that.
TISM?
No, something else.
I honestly think that is a real thing anymore nowadays. I mean, something. Anyway, we got to move that. We got to cut these pieces off here so he can move that bracket up.
Yep.
So we can move that bracket here, and then hook that end up over here.
Yep.
And yeah.
Okay.
So anyway,
when we figure this stuff out, we'll be back because.
Yep. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Yep.
Well, we found out that fitting needs to be turned, which is what he's doing. And then the apparatus we came up with to figure out where the cylinder needs to be for geometry of picking it up. Pretty much simple. But yeah, anywho. When we figure out where it needs to be, we'll be back. So what I ended up doing for the wood splitter, we did some math, some figuring, figured out we need completely new brackets, so this is what these are here for. I ended up center drilling with this, pilot drilling with a 1/2-inch drill bit. Now I have a 3/4 I'm going to go through go through all the way like I did here, and then grab the inch drill bit that I need, continue drilling through. The reason that I'm doing it in steps is because the most difficult thing to do in a drill is go from said center drill to, let's say, you gotta drill an 1.5-inch hole. Go from center drill to 1.5 inches. One, that's gonna take you like 3 years to drill. Two, that is really hard on the bit because all it does is sit there and it turns the center. It doesn't cut anything. So being that I do this, the actual cutting edge of the drill can cut. Okay, so you can either, I don't recommend doing what I'm doing the way I'm doing it. I'm stupid. Take what I do at your own risk. You can do it if you want. I'm not responsible for injuries or anything like that. Just so you people know. And most of the time you would have the piece of metal in a vise. I don't have a vise. Or clamped down to the drill table. And don't do that. There you go. Try not to get the drill stuck. It happens a lot. I forgot to lock the table. Whoops. I was wondering why it was walking around. And the bigger drill bit you have, the slower RPM you want. The smaller, the faster. And now, since I, drilled those, they definitely line up to each other. It doesn't really matter because they're not going to be welded. They're not going to be welded like this. They're going to be welded a different way and not right next to each other. So as long as I still have, room where I need to have room with, I'm perfectly fine. So after I get the 1-inch hole drilled and everything ready, or just weld it onto the splitter, I'll be back. Probably just when it's welded on. So I'm no welder by any means, but the brackets are welded and they're in. That needs to be there now. Once I do that, I'll test it. And this is the end of the video, so hopefully everybody enjoyed. Have a great day. Agreed. Well, it reached.
Okay, well, this is the first time. Did it break off? Hold on. Oh my God. That was violent. I wish I had more. Wish I had more room. But is it hitting? Put it down. You're gonna have to change your pin. About destroyed my hitch pin there. God dang. Need more stuff in this dang shop. Great. More power. Danger. Oh shit! Well, that was exciting. Well, why did the hitch, it's latched? Somebody said the other day you might want to check that and make sure it's attached.
It was. Shh. It's not now.
Was?
Yes.
Well, I apologize for the language, but that was a little exciting. Anyway. Yeah.
It does work. Just this happens.
Kind of.
This is not what needs to happen.
I mean, kind of scary because I'm pretty sure that's pretty good on U-joints.
Oh.
They're still going.
It's fine.
A few scratches. Anyway. We may be lucky we're not dead.
Hey, that's about the same degree as the drive shaft is on that, and it's fine.
Oh, I call baloney on that.
Okay, sure.
Anywho's.
I'm gonna go get a socket and
somebody's gonna fix his hitch here because tried to explain this yesterday, but anyway, there we go.
I thought it was okay.
And that's the problem.
Apparently it's not.
You thought.
Yes, yes.
So he's doing some more thinking. I don't know if you guys can see the smoke rolling out of the ears. Ooh, he's hiding now. He's hiding. See, it's like a choo-choo train, smoke coming out of the ears. Woo, woo.
You know, it's
He's
not
thinking.
on the ground.
It's not on the ground.
No, it's not touching the ground. Maybe something to do with this.
Yeah. Okay. Well, be back in a few.
Yep. So we got it to work. There's still a couple of fine-tuning things at the pins, but it's okay. That is a spacer, so it can just go whoomp and go up and be fine. Thank you everybody for watching the video. Hopefully everybody enjoyed. And by the way, none of this, that works amazing.
As long as you're looking the other way, those welds look perfect.
Yep. And keep in mind, none of this is approved and probably not smart. So probably not to do it, just so you know.
Don't do what we do. We don't have fancy computer programs that tell us how to make the brackets and everything like that. And so when we start to go with this, it says we
And goes.
That one says nuh-uh.
That.
And it gets a little scary.
Yep,
So,
as you saw.
don't do what we do.
Exactly.
Learn from our mistakes and our stupidity. So
Yep.
everyone be safe.
Yep, be safe. Think about before you do. Have a wonderful day.